Hey, glow getters. What's going on? Oh. How's everybody doing? Hey, Robbie. Who is ready for some messages? Hold on a sec. I just got to adjust this a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, Bonnie. How are you guys doing? What's new in the zoo, folks? What's new in the zoo? Gotta get myself adjusted here. How's your Sunday? How's your weekend been? Yowza. Not me, but I'm here. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, Bonnie, you know I'm going to tell you what to do. You wouldn't love me so much if I didn't tell you what to do. Robbie, tired AF. School. Yes, Robbie, how is school going? I haven't checked in with you all week. Sorry. Sorry, brother. How's school going? Do you like it? Do you love it? Oh, Bon, you know I love you. It's only because I love you that I tell you what to do. No, it's not. It's my nature to just lead. It's going. Well, that's good. That's good. It's probably a bit of an adjustment going back to school, but good for you. Good for you for doing it. Who have we got? Who is all here? I can't even tell anymore. I know, Bonnie, I know. Some days you just don't want to be led, but guess what? Again, I wouldn't be me if I didn't just do it anyway. It's the Aquarius in me. What can I say? And maybe a little bit the Aries. The fire. The take charge and get it done. If I gotta. What was that? What? There's a saying from a movie. I can't remember now. I can't remember. But anyway. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm bossy. Sure, yeah. I'm bossy. But it gets shit done. So, I mean. Rhonda! How are you doing, Rhonda? How are you feeling? Are you at home? You at home now? Okay, so not at home yet. Okay. Well, we are all of the glow getters are sending lots of love and positive healing energy to you so that you recover quickly and fully and get back to you, back to the Rhonda that we love. Wouldn't kiss you. Well, all right, you just put that out there like that. Okay. I mean, it's cool. It's fine. I'm fine. Oh, miss you. Oh. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for being here. You've definitely got other things on your mind, but we appreciate and we love having you. And like I said, I'm sure I speak for all the glow getters when I say that we are wishing you a full and speedy recovery. I'm glad you could tune in and share this time with us. We are humbled and we appreciate it, and we love, 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 love you. All right. Well, we got some good messages this week, you guys. Good messages this week. So I think I was going to wait a few minutes and just see if anybody else joins us. I know tonight is a little bit different for us here in British Columbia, Canada, because the time changed. I don't know if it changes all over North America, but it changed here. So we lost an hour of sleep today. So some people might be already, getting ready for bed and things like that, making up for the lost hour. So I'm gonna start the show. I'm gonna start these messages so that you guys can get on with your Sunday evenings, Sunday nights, and get on to the week ahead. All right, so we have our 3 stacks for the week. We have our peacock ore, and I have it written down somewhere what this stone does, what it's good for, but I haven't looked at it yet. Peacock ore, stack number 1, which is the stack on the left. We have our snow quartz, nice white stone, center stack. And we have one of my favorite stones, the tiger's eye. Ooh, it looks even better in the light. It's really pretty. That's the tiger's eye. That's stack number 3 on the right. Okay, let's get to it. So, stack number 1. Again, we've got the peacock ore. And we have, from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, we've got Yang, first card of the deck. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse. And because it was a new moon yesterday, I used the Moon Oracle. And we have Moonology Oracle. We have the full moon in Virgo. And it says, you are good enough. So, I'm being called to read this one first. The 3 of Swords in reverse. So, in the upright, it means that we are experiencing some pain, some loss, some grief maybe. In the reverse, it's saying that we're coming out of that period. So, I know some of us have been going through some things lately. And so, this card is falling in the reverse is... it's saying that the hurt from the past is over and a brighter days are ahead. But it's also a bit of a message to stop prolonging the pain. So some of us are still sitting in this energy. Some of us are still holding on to the grief and the sadness and the I keep wanting to say torture. Like emotional torture of a situation that has gone bad. And in this reverse energy, it's that we're holding on to that energy. We're holding on to that feeling. We're holding on to that pain. Maybe we've become comfortable with it because it's become what we're used to. Maybe we're scared that if we don't feel that, we won't feel anything. Whatever the reason is, it is time to let it go. And the reason for that is that we've got this, you are good enough. So some of us are holding on to this pain because we think it's all we deserve. We don't think we're good enough to feel anything more, anything better. And this card is popping out now to say, yes, you are. Stop second guessing yourself. Start being grateful for what you have so that the universe will give you more of what you have. Yeah. It's just time. It's time to let this go. It's time to talk ourselves into that attitude of gratitude. Be thankful for what we have. Stop second guessing ourselves. Stop asking if we're good enough. We just need to believe that we are. And then we get the Yang card. Whoops, let's go this way. We get the Yang card, and the Yang is the masculine energy of movement and creativity. It's time to take action. The obstacles that we've been faced with are clearing out, and it's time to go. It's time to create, right? These hands are manifesting. They're manifesting their own little universe for their owner, for the body that they belong to. And life is about to get better, but we've got to put in that work. And the only way to do that is to let this go. To believe in ourselves, believe that we are good enough, that we deserve this good stuff, and then make it happen is really, really the message here. It's time to start making things happen. Like I said, we're in a new moon energy right now, which is all about new beginnings, and starting to do the work for what we really want. So let's use that energy to our advantage and start making plans so that when the full moon comes around, we can clear out what we don't need anymore, and we can really get to manifesting some good stuff. But we've got to let go. We've got to let go of that pain of the past. We've got to let go of all the challenges and obstacles that we put on ourselves. I'm really getting a feeling like some of this is self-caused. We've done this to ourselves, and then we prolong it because we think now, I don't deserve any better. I asked for this. I created this. So therefore, this is what I deserve. And the universe is trying to tell us, no, it's not. We've made some poor choices. We've done some things. We took, I'm not going to say we took the wrong road. We took the long road, and it's time now to course correct. So, really good message for that first stack, which is the stack on the left. And that, again, was the peacock ore. I freaking love this, especially when the light catches it. Ooh, I really love it. Really love it. Okay, who's talking? What's happening? Everybody still with me? Yes, feel better, Rhonda. Absolutely. Okay, we have stack number 2, which is, again, the snow quartz. And we've got, of course we do. We've got Fork in the Road. We've got the 8 of Wands. And we've got the full moon in Scorpio, which says it's time to release negativity. And I was just talking about that with the other stack. So, which one do you guys want me to read first, Spirit? This one. Okay, Fork in the Road. We've talked about this. We've talked about being at a crossroads. And I think some of us are just still there. We don't know which way to go. We don't know which way to turn. Hey, Marnes. Robbie, I'm calling you out again. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. We've talked about this. It's come up a few times in the last several weeks. Fork in the road. Some of us are still at that crossroads. We're still at that impasse where we don't know which way to turn. We don't know what we're supposed to be doing. We don't know what decision to make. And this card is just coming out again to say, whatever decision it is, just make it. Stop being so afraid to make decisions. Stop being so afraid to go after what we want. The time is now. And I think I said it last week or the week before. What is meant for you will not miss you. And I heard that again as I read this card earlier, because whether we go right or left at the fork, either direction is the right direction. We might end up taking the long road, but we never take the wrong road. So it's time to just move. It is just time to move. We cannot stay stuck in one spot, because that is a surefire way to miss what's for you, or to force the universe's hand, and we end up we end up in real discomfort, in real chaos and turmoil. And why not give the universe a hand? Don't make them work so hard. Make a decision and stick to it. There is no wrong decision. Then they want me to read this one next. The full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Let go of what's not serving you. Stop living in fear. That's why they wanted me to read this one next. The fear here that causes us to stay at the crossroads or stay at the fork and not make a decision right or left, it's fear. And the universe is really tired of us living in that energy of fear. Stop fearing the unknown. Stop fearing the outcome. Just go. Yes, Marnie, trying to keep the best of both worlds, trying to have the best of both worlds. Well, what happens when we do that? We actually end up missing the best. Why? Because we're so focused on it that we don't see the great things that are around us. That is why they made me say the attitude of gratitude earlier. I have been trying to live that mantra all this week. I have started absolutely every single day saying at least 3 things that I am thankful for, and I am making sure that I do not repeat. So I don't cheat. I can't say the same 3 things every day. I have to say different things every single day. And I'm telling you guys that having that attitude, I have been the most peaceful I have ever been in this last week. So it's time to release that negativity, that negative thought about ourselves. I can't do this. I can't do that. We need to embody the attitude of I am, I can, and I did. And that's what this is about, releasing the negativity that we have about ourselves and our abilities, because we are amazing. Human beings are amazing. When we are living in our true path, when we are living in our purpose, when we are living in our legacy, holy shit, we cannot fail. We can't fail. But to get there, we have to make decisions. We have to make a decision. We have to choose a path. It is never going to be the wrong path. Might be longer, might be harder, but it's never wrong. And then we have the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is about getting focused. Get some focus. Decide what you want. Look, she's taking aim. She is hella focused. Her eyes are nowhere else. There's a beautiful sunset going on. There's this tree. Like, the setting just seems to be perfect. But look at where she's looking. She's looking ahead. She's watching where her wands are flying, because she's what's the word I'm looking for? It's like she's manifesting. She's visualizing where those wands are going, and they're hitting the target every single time, because she is focused. She's not worried about what she cannot do. She's not worried about what she should not do. She is only worried about what she is doing right now. She is living in the I am, I have, I will. I did. Not even I will. I did. She's already done it. Yes, I walked with my 8 wands to this field. Yes, I did launch the other 7. Yeah, that's 8. Sorry, I only count 6 on the actual card, so I had to stop for a second. But she's already launched these. Now she's following it up with the last one. And she's like, here we go. Here we flip and go. It's go time. She's not worried about anything other than hitting her target. So we need to develop that attitude with our lives, with our intentions, with our manifesting. We need to start manifesting the shit out of what we want. This is the time. It is now. It is right now. So let's get to it. Let's make some decisions. Let's pick a path. Let's leave it right at that fork, man. Leave it right at that fork. Leave that negativity like you would leave a jacket when the path gets too hot. When the sun comes out and it's too warm to hike in your jacket. Leave it right there. You don't need it. You don't need it because you've got a mission. She's on a mission. This lady here, she's on a mission. And she's not letting anything deter her from where she wants to be. So it's time for us to do the same. Move forward from our struggles. Get focused. Just put that stuff behind us. It's all coming to an end anyway. Because right now, in this moment in her life, she's got no enemies. She's got no predators after her. All she's doing is forging the path ahead. So we need to do that for ourselves. We need to forge our own path. We need to take the road, whichever road it is, we need to take it and forge our own path and let go of everything else. Because it's not serving us. It's holding us back. It's holding us back. Woo! Heavy. Talk about being called out, Robbie. Right there. I just got called out on that. All right, glow getters. We're down to our last stack. I feel like this week, even last week, I feel like the messages are really quick. It's like quick and dirty. Let's get in and get out. Okay, so third stack, we have the beautiful tiger's eye. We have, another repeat message. Flexibility, flexible. We have the hermit. And we have the full moon card, time to surrender to the divine. All right, what do you want me to read first? Okay, they want the full moon first. Full moon. Full moon, surrender to the divine. It is time for us to let some stuff go. And I feel like that's the sort of theme for this week is letting go. Letting go of what doesn't serve us. Declutter. Let go of what does not serve us anymore. And listen to what the universe is trying to tell us. Pay attention to what the universe is trying to do for us, bring to us. It's time for that. I noticed this card is a sort of purple violet color. That's the color of the crown and the third eye chakras. Sort of purpley violet. I don't know, my lighting might be off and not showing the right color, but trust me, it is. So I'm getting a sense of I'm actually getting a sense of all of the chakras because the flexibility and the hermit card are making me feel like the lower chakras. But this card in particular is the third eye and the crown, maybe even a bit of the throat, like an indigo kind of, that purpley blue sort of combo. I'm feeling it's like the top three chakras that are being focused on in this card. It's time to start listening, to start feeling the messages and the energy from the spirit world, from the universe, because they're waiting to give us what we're asking for. They're waiting to give us what we want, what we're manifesting, what we're working towards. But they can't do that if we're still trying to control it all. So it's time to end that cycle. It's time to end that sort of cycle of doing it on our own and start working with the universe instead of working on our own, which ends up working against them. Because, we don't know better than the universe. We don't know better than the universe in terms of what we want and what we need and what's actually best for us. We need to let them in so that they can work for us. I also feel like this card, when I was, sort of channeling the messages earlier, I was hearing, reflecting, it's time to reflect on our role, the role that we played in the things that haven't gone right for us. What did we do to contribute to that? What didn't we do to change that while it was happening? Because oftentimes we look to blame. We look to blame the others involved. We look to blame ourselves in terms of, oh, I just have bad luck. Well, no, nobody has bad luck. What we have is a missed opportunity. What we have is a low sense of self-worth, of value, that caused us to make decisions because we thought that, it's kind of the message from the first act. We thought we deserved that. We didn't think we deserved better. So we allowed certain things to go on in our lives. I have been made almost painfully aware of some of those decisions that I have made in my life in the last couple of weeks that caused things to happen that I didn't necessarily want to happen. I've been made almost painfully aware of that over the last few weeks. And the thing is, the universe told me about it a long time ago. While it was happening, the universe was letting me know that it was shouldn't be happening, and I needed to step up and change it, but I didn't. And now that things are better, now that my life is going where I want it to go, I'm like, oh, all right, this is what you were talking about. So they tell us along the way, but we just choose not to listen. So it's time for us to reflect on that. Look back at some of these things, where these pivotal moments where, we as human beings, we often sit and we think, man, if I had just done this instead, we wonder about it. I wonder what my life would have been like if I had done X, Y, and Z. I wonder if things would have been better if I had done this instead of doing that. Whatever it is, that's a start. Just recognizing that we chose the left fork instead of the right fork. It's never a mistake. I cannot stress that enough. It is never a mistake. But once we realized that we wanted a different path, what did we do to change it? Did we do anything to change it? When a relationship didn't work the way we wanted it to. Yes, there are things that other people do that cause the end of relationships, but how long were they doing those things? How long were we allowing them to do those things, to put us in that energy, to put us in that position before we ended it, the universe ended it, they ended it, whatever it is, before it ended? What did we do to either change or contribute to the situation as it was? And then we need to forgive ourselves for it. Then we need to realize that we had to go through that to get to where we are right now, which hopefully is a place of enlightenment, is a place of peace, is a place of forgiveness. And then we let it go. And we look ahead. We get back to, in the last act, those 8 wands, and we start focusing where we're throwing them. And don't worry about what came before that. Just worry about that moment. That's, believe it or not, that's what I got out of this card when I channeled it earlier. Then we have the Hermit. And the Hermit is about introspection. The Hermit is about going within. And this is, it kind of bleeds into what I was just talking about reflecting on what role we played in the path that our life has taken up to this point. Right? We need to go within. We need to reflect on that. For some of us, we may not want to hear this, but for some of us, it is a time to be alone right now. It's a time to really clear out all of that energy that we've been carrying, either that belonged to someone else or just energy that we had that no longer serves us. And we don't want necessarily to, hi Summer, we don't want to bring other energy into that until we've cleared out this energy that no longer serves. So it's time to go a little bit into hermit mode. And it's really about reconnecting with our higher self, because our higher self is part of our guide team. It's us. It's who we are, and it's the part of us that is able to communicate with the spirit world and receive the guidance that we need to make better decisions, to make easier choices, to get to our purpose and our legacy and our paths and stay on them much quicker. So for some of us, it is a time to kind of disconnect and recharge. It's not easy, but it's worth it in the end. And then finally, we have flexible. And again, this card has come up before. It has a very different meaning this week. When we're talking about going within, being retrospective, being reflective of our own path, our own choices that led to this path and all that kind of stuff, we also have to have a level of flexibility to be able to accept responsibility without blame and also without hate and without anger. We have to come to it from a place of love for ourselves. Understand that these things were all necessary to learn what we've learned in this moment, and to also be grateful for what we've learned in this moment, even if it's hard, even if we would have rather not learned those lessons, but we have to be thankful for it because it's only helping us on our journey ahead. It's being adaptable and willing to learn new things. Being teachable, looking at these situations and understanding what the purpose was, understanding what the lesson was that we took from it, and how it's going to apply either into our current day if we're looking at a previous event or situation that caused us to learn these things. Maybe it's what we're learning right now. Maybe we're in a period right now of, why is my life like this? Why does the universe hate me? And all these things. Well, okay, but what are we learning right now? What are we learning about ourselves? What are we learning about life, about the universe, about spirituality, about faith, all of that? What are we learning right now? And how is that going to apply later on? How are we going to use that to our advantage later on? That's the being teachable. But then there's also a little bit of, because going that deep into reflection can cause us, I keep hearing identity crisis. Like, well, who the hell am I if I'm doing all these things and if I'm, shitting the bed, as some would say, so harshly that my life is a complete shambolic mess, then who am I? So this card is coming out to remind us to also stay grounded in who we are. Don't question who you are. This person is not questioning who they are. They are a contortionist. They are a performer. And they're not nervous about doing this. She's balancing, I'm going to assume it's a she. She's balancing on an egg, for God's sake. That egg can tip and roll at any point. But is she worried about it? No. Because she is so grounded in who she is. And this is why I was talking about the lower chakras. Even with the Hermit card, the lower chakras, the root chakra, the solar plex, the Marnie, help me out. What's the other one I'm missing? Sacral. The sacral chakra. These are the bottom ones, right? I'm seeing a lot of orange and red and yellow, which are those bottom three chakras. And they're all about sort of the sense of self, grounding, our sense of security, our sense of purpose, our sense of strength, of fire, all of that stuff. She is portraying all of that. She is so grounded. I mean, she probably could levitate off this egg if she really wanted to. That's how grounded she's making me feel like she is. She knows exactly who she is. Thank you, Martins. She knows exactly who she is. She's not worried about what anybody walking by might think of this activity that she's got going on. Security, stability, exactly. Right? She's secure enough in who she is to be balancing on a flippin' egg, for God's sake. I mean, it doesn't get more grounded than that. So this card, while it's talking about flexibility and being teachable and willing to learn and everything else, it's also about being firmly grounded and sure, secure and stable in who we are. Don't lose who you are in your quest to understand where you've been. Yeah, see? Yeah. Security, stability, sacral is creativity, sexuality, solar plexus, self-assured, self-power, power center. Exactly. See what I'm saying? Like this card is screaming that to me. There's also the green, which is typically the heart chakra, is the color of the heart chakra, which is the sort of center one. But the heart chakra is it's about self-love as well. And I think we have to acknowledge that in this message, is that you have to love yourself enough to forgive yourself for the things that caused you pain, for the things that caused you worry, that caused you stress, that caused you anxiety, the things that you brought on yourself. And that's why I said it earlier, when we're doing that reflection and understanding our role in certain events that have happened in our lives, we have to be able to forgive ourselves for that role that we played as well. And this card, I feel like, is addressing that also. So for stack number 3, the tiger's eye stack on the right, it's about reflection. It's about reflection of who we are, what we're about, where we've come from, and where we're trying to go, and how we can use that fire within us to get there. All right, that is it. That is the message, Glow Getters, for the week. March 14th. I cannot believe it is the middle of March already. Totally ridiculous. Time is flying. Let me scroll up a bit and see what you guys have been talking about. Spirit slap. Oh, Marnes, you got spirit slapped? Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not pulling any punches with me either. They're like, okay, you want to preach to the choir, that's fine, but can you carry a tune? Got the same message earlier. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, Glow Getters, that is your message of the week. Like I said, I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know we had a time change and things are probably a little bit all over the place. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you as always for being here with me. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your encouragement, your support. Please feel free to send friends and family my way, either to watch the videos or to connect with me. I do have some availability this week. Outside of, I'm not going to change my business hours on the page, but if you are looking for a session with me, please reach out and let me know, and we can see what we can do. But I hope that you guys have an amazing week. I hope that these messages weren't too harsh. Sorry, I feel like I have a hair like tickling my neck here. Or spirits touching me, I don't know. One or the other. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing week. Please reach out if you need me. Rhonda, if you're still here, still watching, speedy recovery. Speedy and complete recovery. Hopefully you get to go home soon. Hi, Soph, my niece. Yeah, but that is all. I love you guys so much. And until we meet again, be well on your journeys. Take care. Good night.